The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Weekly Warp Pipe, a podcast dedicated to retro video games, 80s and 90s toys, and all things nostalgia. This week, we're jumping in the Warp Pipe and going back and taking a look at prizes inside cereal boxes. We're going to be taking a look at ones from 80s and 90s and kind of reminisce about how it was awesome to find a cool prize inside your cereal box. And if you guys are new to the podcast, be sure to check out theweeklywarpipe.com for more episodes, merch, and other fun stuff. All right, guys, let's start the episode. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Weekly Warp Pipe. I'm Russ Lyman.
I'm Jay Crouch. What's up?
Nice, man. Welcome back. Episode 31. We are diving in weekly. You can catch new episodes every Saturday at 7 a.m. We haven't missed a weekend yet.
I know. Even though my technology has almost brought us to the brink.
Yes, Jay's computer's a little bit slow. It's a little retro, maybe.
Yeah.
But hey, every Saturday morning, back in the day, you used to start your day off with cartoons and
right.
breakfast cereal. And Jay suggested that, last week we did McDonald's Happy Meal toys, but you also got prizes inside cereal boxes.
That's right. Such a classic memory from back in the 80s and 90s. And
I mean,
luckily,
even before that, like 70, I was looking up some like 60s and 70s.
yeah. I guess for people of that generation, they remember it too. But our memories only start in 81. So
that's it. We're taking the Warp Pipe just back to the 80s and 90s.
That's right.
I put together a little slideshow action so we can dive through these and see which ones, jog some memories. If we remember, not all of these I remember. I know you put some on here that you suggested. I don't know if you just want to go straight in order.
Yeah, let's just go down the list.
Probably the biggest one would be the prizes you got from the Ninja Turtles cereal.
I definitely remember getting the big bowl on the front of the cereal box at least once.
And it's like shrunk wrap to the front of the bowl. It's like almost squishing the box, probably.
Yeah.
The shrink wrap on it's so tight. But I assume they had all four turtles like you can get. The picture I have is just showing Michelangelo, but I'm sure they had different cereal with the other of them.
Yeah, I don't remember. I have a feeling the one that I got was a Michelangelo, but I'm sure they probably had to have all four.
Yeah. So I wonder how does this compare? I'm looking for size comparison. Box of cereal. The bowl is like, I don't know, like the size of a small cereal bowl. I feel like that's what the bowl I wouldn't use currently to have cereal in. But I guess if you're a kid, you don't need that much space for your cereal.
All I can think about is this had to be a nightmare for people to stock on shelves.
That's true. They're probably, you can only fit maybe 4 deep because they're pushing against each other, falling over. Probably they because they're front heavy.
Yeah,
cereal bowl on there. Definitely cool though.
Very interesting giveaway. Probably even thinking about packing those in a box, you would pack way less to ship out.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that, shipping it from the factory.
Yeah. And
I can see it says free ball with purchase, collect all 4.
So there you go.
Again, with the turtles, they make you buy more cereal, get your parents out to the store.
Yeah.
I need to get the other 3 bowls.
I remember being disappointed that it was like Chex Mix. It's like, this is Chex Mix with marshmallows. Yuck.
That's true. Yeah, it wasn't as a fun cereal.
Yeah.
There was another box here. It says win a complete set or Ninja Turtles toys, plus a free Ninja Turtle mask inside. So you actually got one of their masks that you can wear in the box.
That would have been cool. I don't ever remember that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I pulled these images just from Google, so these could have been in other countries for all I know. Much like the other prize here are from Shreddies. I never heard of that cereal, but it says it's a Canadian cereal that pretty much a vast improvement on shredded wheats. and it came out with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles rings in the 90s.
So if it's Shreddies, was Shredder the mascot of the Shreddies?
That would have been perfect.
I mean, that makes sense to me, right?
Would make sense, yeah. But these almost look like, to me, they look like the bow biters.
That's what I thought when I saw them.
Because you can't tell from the picture. It's just a front view of the turtle head. It's just the head of the turtle with like their neck with like an L, M, R, or D. But it's a ring, so you can't see the back. But it almost looks like something you would put on your sneakers.
Donatello is looking pretty weird back there.
He's got a little.
Looks like he just smelled a fart or something.
Possible.
Michelangelo's laughing for a reason. He's right in front of him. That makes sense.
A little creepy.
Moving
on though, again with stuff shrunk wrapped to the box. The Batman cereal.
Yeah, the Batman cereal. I actually have a box of that. I think you do too, right? Right, Russ?
I actually have the Batman Returns cereal. Okay. So I need to track down the first one. But this one came with a Batman bank.
Yeah.
Full on like Batman bust of Tim Burton's Batman. It's plastic. It has like a sticker for what his face is, but everything else is like,
oh, that's funny. That is just a sticker, isn't it?
That's a sticker. The bat symbol is a sticker, and then his belt is like a sticker as well. But everything else,
and he's standing there with his arms crossed, like
just like. Ugh. I definitely had this growing up. I was a big Batman fan, and I remember using this. I don't know what happened to it, so I need to either track another one down or dig through my toys and see if I could find one.
That's really cool. I don't remember having this, so I assume I didn't have it, but I probably would have wanted it had I seen it.
Yeah, like it's super cool looking, especially if you're a Batman fan, and it's probably a good 8-10 inches, and then you can put your quarters and change in there and save up and buy some more Batman toys.
Yeah, buy you some Batman figurines. That's right.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I wonder if those are the only two things that they ever like shrunk wrap to the front of a box.
Right. I digging through the photos, I didn't see anything else.
Yeah, that's the only thing I really remember seeing like plastered to the front of a cereal box.
But like you said, it's added shipping costs because you can't fit as many in a box.
Right.
And then stocking them on the shelves, again, you can't fit as many. So they probably did just those two and said, let's put other stuff in there.
Yeah, this ain't working. But good on Ralston for trying.
That's it.
All right, up next, we have one of my favorite toys in cereal boxes. This is going back to the mid-'80s, probably like 85, 86.
Mm-hmm.
There were these glowing octopuses, and they were called Wacky Wall Walkers. And they had this goofy little face on them, and they glowed in the dark, so that was awesome. But basically, they were like those sticky hands. You could just take them and throw them on the wall, and they would slowly roll down the wall. They were freaking amazing.
Well, it shows on the box, it says, so there's 4 colors, and then the glow-in-the-dark one was like the bonus one, like the shiny.
Oh, no, I thought they all glowed. Did they not?
I guess not. Like, zooming in the box, it seems like one of them is the glow-in-the-dark one. There's a yellow, blue, red, and maybe just a regular green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe, I don't know. It says free inside glow-in-the-dark. So maybe they do all glow.
I think they all glowed. Yeah.
Maybe they're just different colors. Yeah.
It says toss it on the walls and it tumbles and crawls down. New wacky wall walkers come in 4 glow-in-the-dark colors: red, green, yellow, and blue. Collect all 4 and race in the dark.
Perfect. Yeah, it shows like I seen a commercial. They're throwing them at like a mirror, and they're like,
yep. They were freaking rad, dude. Do you remember those, Russ?
I don't. It looks fun, and yeah, it reminds me of like the sticky hands that would stick to the wall. But these are better because they they move by themselves. Looks like they're alive. You can have races.
Yep. I remember having a couple of these things, and plus they were in Fruit Loops, which were probably one of my favorite cereals in the early to mid 80s because they had so much sugar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Moving on to some Frosted Flakes, a free diving Tony.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys remember
Tony.
this. Diving Tony. It's basically like this cylinder tiger of Tony the Tiger. I guess they show, I have a picture here. You put it in, if you get a 2-liter bottle, right?
That's
Empty
right.
it out of soda,
Yep.
put some water in there, you drop this in there, and then put the cap on.
Yep.
And then when you squeeze the bottle, it kind of raises up and down.
That's right. Yep. I think when you squeeze it, he levitates, and when you let it back, he sinks back down.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you remember this guy, Russ?
I don't. Well, you sent me a picture of it, and I was like, I don't think I remember this.
Yeah, when I sent Russ the picture earlier when we were discussing this, Russ is like, "That's not a very sexy toy, is it?" Because he looks like some Bengal. He doesn't look anything like Tony the Tiger. He looks like some half-rate Tony the Tiger wannabe.
Right. It's almost like a bootleg toy you would see.
But I remember having it. Now, one thing I will say is this toy probably came out in 88 or 89 because I remember playing with it at the house I grew up in here in South Carolina. So I at least know it was in that time frame.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kind of cool, though.
Still pretty neat. Next on the list, Honey Smacks, great cereal. Starbots. I don't know if you ever.
Oh my God, dude! You just blew my mind. I forgot about Starbots.
These look awesome.
Dude,
I wish I had these.
They were awesome.
So I got a little write-up. Starbots were Kellogg's answer to the popularity of Transformers in around 84. Unlike Transformers, which were usually cars and trucks that transformed into robots, Starbots were airplanes, rockets, and spaceships. They are available in Honey Smacks, Fruit Loops, OJ's, Apple Jacks, and other Kellogg's cereals. Have plenty of fun on land and in the air as you change each Starbot from a sleek flying aircraft to a land-loving robot. These look so cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had at least the red helicopter, possibly like the yellow looking, almost like Starship Enterprise looking.
It does look like the Starship Enterprise.
And then even the like almost like Astro Train looking, like a NASA space shuttle.
Yeah, I was almost going to say he almost looks like one of the GoBots.
He does look like a GoBot. Yeah, very similar.
So it's like very crossover. I mean, imagine any kid that got these was stoked, and they were inside. You didn't have to send away for these.
No, those were rad, dude. You blew my mind. I forgot about Starbots. Those are sick. Those are so sick.
If I saw these at a convention or something, I would pick these up. These look cool. I put them with my Transformers and everything.
Yeah, those are a blast from the past. You got me on that one, Russ.
This next one, I've never seen either, so I may blow your mind again. Dude, you could get Monsters in My Pocket in Frosted Flakes somewhere.
I totally had some of these.
Now, the box I got does say Frosties, so I don't know if Frosted Flakes is called Frosties in another part of the world.
Yeah.
But these are the images I could find, but you can get an actual Monster in My Pocket toy in there.
That is wild. I know for a fact I had this because I was so obsessed with Monsters in My Pocket.
Now, I wonder if they were... It doesn't look like, and it's an exclusive. Like the NES video game came with like a certain Monster in My Pocket.
Right.
These just look like the run of the mill because there's so many different. There's like 3, 6, 9, 12. There's like 15, 17 different ones you can get in each box. So they probably just put whatever in there.
Yeah. I would love. I wish my memory was good enough to remind me, like by looking at these, be like, "Oh, I had that one." But I'm not remembering, but I do remember that. I forgot this was a thing. That's so sick, though. Like, that's a great toy because that's something you would buy at the toy store. Like I feel like they weren't cheaping out on this one, even though you probably only got one.
Right.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Very cool,
dude. They need to bring those back
for sure. Oh yeah.
You got me all excited, man. Sorry.
What else we got?
Looks like we got G.I. Joe Action Stars cereal, and it looks like was this like a mail away maybe to like build your own Cobra radio relay station?
So yeah, basically you can get, it says camo action t-shirt offer.
Oh, this is a t-shirt.
Yeah, so you could get the t-shirt with it, and then I I'm not sure what the other build your own Cobra
Oh,
thing.
that's like
That might be with the box,
you
maybe.
cut
No?
the box out and you build it, and I guess you can like put it in your like play set.
Right.
Okay, that's still cool.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time with I didn't put any on here, but they had with the boxes were kind of like your prize essentially, where they would have like a mask on the back of the box and you would cut it
Oh
out. So I
yeah,
could see this being like, okay, like turn the box inside out and you can make a little play set for your GI Joes.
yeah. It looks like just like the Cobra Commander radio relay station. Like you could fold this thing up and then you know walk your Cobra Commander up to it and like he's like talking to Destro or whatever on it.
Right, right.
That's sick.
Pretty sweet. I
Yeah,
dig it.
I like it too. And that T-shirt looks pretty sick. I like that kid. He looks like he's ready to like punch somebody.
He's ready to go.
Oh, I love this too. The box art says "Silence Zartan." Help Duke
Yeah.
silence Zartan. That's so rad.
You got your top secret mission on there.
That's right. That's sick. Very cool.
Moving to a different franchise, Star Wars. This came in again, Frosted Flakes, a light up saber spoon. How cool is this?
Yeah, that's cool. That is cool.
They had 3 different ones. So they basically are mimicking a lightsaber. So they had a green one, a blue one, and a red one. And it's basically just the it has like the hilt, I guess you would call it, of the lightsaber, and then it turns into the spoon, and that's the part that lights up.
And they have one for every color: red, green, and blue.
Yeah, so depending what side you want to choose, you could be the dark side and get your red spoon in there.
Yeah, and that's another way to make kids go back to buy more. Because like, what if they really want to be like one or the other, and they get the wrong color?
Right, so you
like,
got to buy
dang
more
it, I got
cereal.
blue. I want red.
Watch the spoon light up when you push the button to activate the force within. So it probably took, 1 AA battery or something.
Yeah, or it may have came with like a battery installed, like almost like a watch battery.
Right.
It may have been one of those toys that once the fun was out, you're done.
Oh, like you couldn't change it, and there's
Yeah,
like, nope,
possibly.
don't light up anymore.
I'm totally guessing, but maybe.
And then sticking with the spoons, they actually had color changing spoons you can get. I don't know if you remember these.
I don't.
Tricks. So you got Tricks, and it has the Tricks rabbit on the end of the spoon, and then the spoon is plastic, and when you would put it in your milk, it would change colors.
There you go.
And then they also did this. I believe this was a box of Cheerios, and they did it with the Lion King.
Yeah.
So they had Simba, Nala, and Mufasa, and they all changed. Oh, that looks like they. I guess it's just showing. I guess they're a yellowish spoon, and then they can turn red, blue, purple.
Yeah, so it looks like the yellow turns pink, the orange turns blue, and the blue turns purple.
Yeah. So kind of fun. I like it's interactive.
Yeah.
You got your toy and your you could use this with your Ninja Turtles cereal bowl.
There you go.
Double it up.
I liked anything that changed colors back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, well, speaking of the next cereal, Jay.
Oh, snap. I remember these like it was yesterday. So Fruity Pebbles did multiple runs of these dinosaurs. They used the same molds apparently, but this particular set that we're looking at here were color changing ones. And it says color changing dinosaurs, 1 free inside. Collect all 4. Just dip your dinosaur into a glass of ice cold water and watch it change color.
Nice.
And they had
cool.
They had a Brachiosaurus, a Parasaurolophilus, a Dimetrodon, and a Stegosaurus.
Look at that. Good on those names there. I would have messed that up.
You can thank my son for that.
And these would have fit perfectly with your Monster My Pocket toys. Like they're the same color and everything.
Yeah, they're very cool. Yep. Those are sick. And then this box has all these facts about dinosaurs, which is fun.
Yeah, again, you put your box in front of you while you're eating your cereal, and you can read that and then go play with your dinosaur.
And as far as branding goes, it's on point because the Flintstones, you always saw like random dinosaurs and prehistoric animals turned into other things,
So that was good. Yeah, good tie-in with that.
Yeah,
sure.
That's sick. I remember having those.
Nice. Now you definitely blew my mind on this next one, and I was like, "Oh my god, I definitely had these growing up. This is in Fruit Loops, and it was a Garfield bike reflector.
Yep.
So it came in multiple different colors, and it's Garfield's face and his eyes, where his eyes would be like white. It's the reflective material, and it has these little tabs on the bottom of his neck that you would clamp around your bike tire spokes.
Yep.
And then it would be on your bike, and you'd be able to ride at night, and cars could see you, I guess.
See your little Garfield. Yeah, they had multiple colors of Garfield. A couple of them were kind of true to his real color, like the orange and the black,
Yes,
but they also had blue, yellow, and looks like a darker
turquoise,
orange,
a green,
and a green there. But I definitely remember getting this. This probably was around 88, 89 as well. I remember getting it and just putting it on my bike and it being so stoked about a bike reflector. Who would have thought?
Now I did see there was a Tony the Tiger one as well, so they made other.
There's also I'm pretty sure there was also Captain Crunch version of this.
Okay,
at some point.
So a lot of times they borrow off of each other, like,
right.
Oh, okay, let's do this version as well.
It looks like Garfield has a couple variant faces. He's got his tongue sticking out. One he's smiling, and one he looks kind of disturbed.
Oh, that's right. It's almost like which one of these pictures is different? You take a look.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. It's like a game.
Nice. That's good. That's good. Sticking with the Garfield theme, I don't remember these, but they made padlocks with Garfield on it.
I remember these. I can't remember if these had like a key mechanic or if it was like a combination mechanic.
Right.
But I remember thinking it was the coolest thing, and I'm pretty sure the commercial, the girl used it to like, I don't know if she actually locked her locker or if it was like she locked like a diary or something, but it was like something really important. But what's funny is, for those of you that aren't watching, is these lock pads are made of plastic. So you can just snap it off, no problem.
Like if someone wanted to get into that, they'll just break.
Oh yeah, it's not good. But as an 8-year-old, I was like, that's so cool. I'm gonna lock up everything. Only to realize after I got it that I had nothing I could lock up.
Well, it's like the shaft is so big. It's like you have to find something that will fit through that. Like I don't think it'll fit on a diary, like the lock on there. Maybe not.
I'm
gonna school locker, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to find some commercials of this, but those were super nostalgic when I saw those earlier, flipping through different things, because I definitely remember having one or two of these.
Yeah, they have multiple colors, and some have Garfield and some has Odie on it.
Yep.
So pretty cool. Again, if you really into Garfield and you want to collect them all, you're gonna have to be buying a lot of cereal to do so.
Not a problem.
Nintendo cereal, Jay.
Nintendo cereal system. That's right. I remember having this one and only one time.
That's it. Yeah. What is it? It's like a trying to look at it to see what kind of it's like a Captain Crunchish looking.
Yeah. I remember. Maybe. I just remember the Zelda cereal was very fruity berry kind of flavor,
right?
And it was interesting because you get two separate bags of two separate cereals, so it's kind of neat. But the only thing I really ever remember being in them was maybe like some stickers or something. But what do these have?
So these I just want to showcase because it does say you can win a Nintendo Power set on one, and it says it comes free with an action poster, and the other one instantly win a Power Glove and you get one free Nintendo sticker on the inside of it. So that was your payoff right away, but a chance to win some cool Nintendo swag. The third box I did find has cards, but again, they're on the back of the box, so you would have to cut them out yourself.
Cutting them out yourself, yeah.
They're power cards, so it's got a Goomba on there, a fairy. Oh, for Zelda.
Yeah, so Zelda's fairy.
I gotcha. And a piranha plant and an old woman, which I guess is Impa.
Yeah, Impa looks like the person that talks to Link.
But it does say collect all 12, so you only get 4. So again, you would have to buy the boxes. At least you could look on the back and see which ones you got.
Russ, do you remember ever eating Nintendo cereal system?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I remember only once, and I think that I wasn't a fan of it. But I wish I had the box to this day.
Well, you kind of force yourself to be a fan because you like Nintendo and Zelda, and you're like, oh, the cool box I get to see, even if the cereal's not great.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
I don't know what cereal. Okay, Rice Krispies. These came in, so I found these. I don't remember these at all, but these look pretty sweet. These are DuckTales figures that came in Rice Krispies and possibly other Kellogg cereals in 1991, and it has Gizmo Duck, Scrooge McDuck's,
One of the
what's the girl?
boys.
One of the
Oh,
boys,
Webigail.
Webigail, and the boy who has a green shirt. So I don't know who that is.
Huey, Dewey, or Louie. We don't
Right.
know.
But they almost look like wax figures, almost like a wax candle.
So somewhere in this house is floating around that Scrooge McDuck figure, and I had no idea where it came from until just now.
See, there you go. It's a cereal prize.
So he's here somewhere in my home. My son probably has him in his room.
Yeah, Gizmo Duck looks sweet. He's got a little base under his tire so he can stand up. And it looks like they're like, I don't know, 3 inches maybe.
No, they're definitely much smaller than 3 inches. They might be an inch.
Oh wow, the little tiny guys.
Yeah, they're like the size of they're like about
Like
the
a
size
battle
of
beast.
like a battle beast or like a monster in my pocket size.
Okay.
I will say that this is one of those toys that when you look at the back of the box, what's his name? Robo Duck?
Gizmo Duck.
Gizmo Duck.
Mm-hmm.
Gizmo Duck looks like he's like the one that you want for sure, right? Because he's like the coolest. He's
Yeah.
He's like the Terminator version. And then Scrooge and Huey, Dewey, or Louie, you'd be satisfied with those. But I know if I got this and got Webigail, I'd be like, what the heck? I don't want this girl toy.
What is it? I guess I'll give it to my sister. I guess that's all you could do, right?
Exactly.
Try to or give it to one of your friends that has a sister.
Yeah, yes. Just throw it in the trash.
Or throw it in the trash. What else we got? Captain Crunch. I slightly remember this one. It was a Captain Crunch water squirter toy from 1989. So it's basically one of those like you would squeeze it, put it underwater, then let go, and it would absorb some of the water, and then you can squeeze it and squirt water at your sister.
Now, what's interesting about this picture we're looking at, for those of you listening, I'll try to describe it. I'm pretty sure the captain had a hole in the top of his hat, but it looks here like someone has poked him in the nether regions with like a pinpoint or something. So this captain's probably peeing out the water.
He could do either hole.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
But yeah, fun little bath toy, I guess. Then you described the Captain Crunch bubble blower. I couldn't find any pictures of it, just the commercial you sent me. I don't remember this though.
Okay, so I just remembered like this was like the coolest thing ever to my 6-year-old brain, 5-year-old brain. I guess it came out in 85, so maybe I was actually 4 when this came out, but I remember it. So, which is wild, right? But it was like this little robot, and he had this like cool little thing where you would move his arms and he would like refill. I don't know why I thought it was so awesome, but you'll have to just Google search on YouTube Captain Crunch bubble blower, and you can watch the little commercial. I don't know, just like this little robot that you could put soap in and blow bubbles, and that's all it took to blow my mind as a 4-year-old.
He's like, epic. I love robots and I love bubbles.
That's right. It's a win.
It's a win-win. Some more Captain Crunch. This is definitely early, like Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Seeing the box art. But they came out with Captain Crunch Surfers.
Yeah.
So there's 3 of them. There's an elephant. I don't know why. Captain Crunch, and then is the other guy his nemesis or something?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
But they're like little tiny action figures that insert into like a little boogie board.
Yeah.
Because you have to assemble it. It shows you on the box 3 steps, and then he'll float on water. So again, with these kind of like bath toys, where else would you put? You're not going to take this to the ocean and lose it.
No.
Maybe play with it in the sink, but yeah, I guess he could float around. Maybe I mean you could probably put him in your cereal milk.
My guess is that board is some kind of a foam.
Right, right. And they themselves are probably like a plastic board.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember these. These must have been early 80s. My guess is like 82, 83,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 84 before my memory really kicks in. So I don't remember these. I don't even remember that character that looks like a giraffe with a red haircut.
Right. Why is he not on one of the boards? Yeah, on the box
Yeah.
itself, it has this weird
Why is he
other
not
character.
there instead of the elephant? I don't know.
The early Captain Crunch lore.
That guy looks so funny. Wait, they should bring him back. Who is he? What is he?
I don't know.
I don't either. Mysteries.
What about these Alphabets cereal? You got some Animaniacs Pogs in 1995.
All I'm going to say is alphabets. They better put something cool in their cereal. You're trying to make us learn. They're probably disgusting.
It's not sweet, right?
Yeah. What do you? No, but we're not falling for your games, alphabets.
But you watch Animaniacs after school, and you're like, and Pogs were really big, so
They were.
You're like, I need this cereal.
Yep, just for the Pogs, just for that wacko Pog.
It shows 3 of them. Yeah, it has Wacko on one, and it's almost like on a glitter gold base that's shiny. And yeah, one of them says, what does it say? Be afraid, be very afraid.
Yeah, yeah, dude, Animaniacs were awesome.
So good. So
Wacko was my favorite.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I loved his like Beatles-esque voice, almost like a Ringo.
Yeah. Pretty fun. I thought that was neat. I never seen Pogs as a. I figured that's fairly easy toy to make.
Oh, absolutely! It's a piece of cardboard.
Right. It's like they could have done more with that. Like
print some pictures, you're done.
This one I thought was pretty sweet because the packaging was awesome.
Yeah, that is kind of rad.
So it's a Lucky Charms box with a free figurine dangler from Toy Story 2. So there's like a window cut out on the box, and you can see Buzz Lightyear right there on the front.
Yeah, that's cool. I wonder if there were other Toy Story figurines that you could get.
Right, I imagine they had Woody, maybe Rex, Mr. Potato Head.
Kind of cool because then you can just kind of pick the one you want. But for the kids that are late to the game, they're like, "Oh man, there's no Buzzes left."
Right. They kind of got picked through. It's like a double-edged sword. You can be like, "Oh, this is the one I'm looking for," and you can visually look very fast and see.
Yeah.
But again, other kids be like, "Oh, I need the Buzz," and they'll get it quicker.
That's right.
And what else we got? Cocoa Pebbles came with these cool little coin holders.
Oh wow, that's old, dude.
Yeah, this is probably 70s, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
it's like a cool rubber, made out of rubber. They got Fred, Dino, and Barney, and their faces are all there. And on the back, there's like a slit, so you would squeeze it, and then you could put a couple coins in.
Yeah.
If anyone, I'd had regular ones that were just like an oval. They weren't like themed to anything. So this would be kind of neat to have. They could have done it with other franchises as well. Would have been cool. But I was like, oh, okay. This looks kind of neat.
Don't look too deeply into Dino's dead eyes, though. You will be mesmerized.
Yeah, he looks a little. I mean, Fred's looking a little weird with his face.
Yeah, Fred kind of reminds me of Joe Biden. Like he kind of looks like him, but I really don't know if that's him.
Guess the sculpts were a little off on this. Those are all the ones that I listed that I could find quickly.
Okay.
I mean, there was many more.
Hang tight for just 1 second, okay?
Okay. Hang tight. You're gonna go grab something. Jay's going off. Now we didn't talk about a lot of the mail away prizes either. Which kind of count, I guess, but you would have to wait a few months for those to come in.
I just happen to have this box with me.
Okay, what did
you so for like years, they kind of stopped doing toys and cereal. Well, last year around Halloween time, was this General Mills?
Yeah,
came out with the cereal squad.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So you could get the Trix Rabbit, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy, Coco the bird, Lucky, the leprechaun. I think this guy's name is Chip. He's like a wolf for like
Cookie Crisp, probably.
Cookie Crisp.
Yeah.
And then the bee from Cheerios. And then down here, they had like 3 exclusive figures of the monsters, which I'll show you on the back here. So,
oh yeah,
Count Chocula was very rare. Boo Berry was super rare, and then Frankenberry was ultra rare. Okay, so me and my kids feverishly collected these things because why not, right? Like,
why not?
What else are you gonna do?
That's a lot of figures, so that's a lot of cereal to buy.
So we ended up with almost all of them, and so I'll just kind of go through them. So we have the bee here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like cutesy tiny figures too. Again, like almost like Battle Bee size, Monster in My Pocket size.
We got the Cinemoji.
Okay.
And then
and they're plastic?
Here's Lucky. Yeah.
Oh, and they're thin.
Yeah, they're thin. Yep.
Okay.
So there's Lucky. And then we got Chip.
Yep.
And then we got a couple Cocoa Birds.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So then I was like, the monsters are the real reason you're looking, right? Because they're the rare ones. So we did find Count Chocula.
Nice. He looks cool.
We actually have 2 of him. And then one day we found Boo Berry.
Nice.
Okay. But my heart always kind of hurt that I never found Frankenberry.
Yeah.
Well, weeks after this cereal, it kind of had disappeared. And I just thought my chances of Frankenberry were out the door.
Yeah.
I go into Target and I see this one box of it. And I'm like, I'm getting it. Of course I'm getting it. Maybe it's Frankenberry. I come home and we open up the box and it's Frankenberry. And me and my son went nuts.
Just because of the rarity, because you knew it was hard to find. And it made that much
the
more
only
excitement.
one, but I'm led to believe that Trix the Rabbit is the hardest one to find, because out of all those ones I just showed you, I never found him.
Right, and you got doubles of others.
Yeah, I got doubles of Count Chocula.
So you're gonna have to go onto a cereal Facebook group and
make a
do some trades. So if any of you guys are listening and collected those,
yeah. So and what's cool is they brought them back this year, but they brought them back in a slightly different formation.
Okay,
they were more like they were like 80s versions of like the figures, like they were like wearing like bright neon colors and they still looked modern, but like just kind of an 80s flair to them,
like a throwback.
Like I think the Cinemoji, they kind of made him look like a cassette tape. So instead of this, he had like stripes going across him and like 2 little gears, or something like that. But anyway, just fun to collect and cool to see toys back in cereal boxes, basically.
And that was the only. Yeah, I can't say. Well, I'm looking now too. I mean, it's very rare to find, again, toys in boxes now. Me and you both got the Super Mario cereal when that came out.
Yes.
And the box itself was an amiibo. Right.
Yeah, it was actually. I wish I had it near me, but yeah, you could there's like a little sticker on the back, and inside the box was like almost like this like metal stuff, and I guess it registered on your Switch.
Right, so you can use the box itself as like an amiibo, which I've seen people 3D print like smaller boxes, so it's like amiibo size, and then put it on a base. So then you have like your.
Oh, that's actually pretty rad. That's a great idea.
Yeah. I did bring up when you were looking for those things, I said we didn't really include any of the mail away prizes where it's like send 2 proofs of purchases and wait like 3 months to get your prize.
Yeah. I have one vivid memory of a mail away. This was probably like 85, 86. I was living in North Carolina. That's how I based my whole timeline of my life. And if you bought Cocoa Puffs, you had to buy like so many boxes to get multiple proofs of purchases. They had these dinosaurs that you could put in the water and they would like over time expand, right?
Right.
Like they would like absorb the water and get bigger. And I remember they had like a blue color to them. They might have, blue. They were just blue. And I remember I wanted one so bad. So I forced myself to get Cocoa Puffs one day. And I remember thinking, it was chocolate cereal, which in theory should be good. And I probably would enjoy it as an adult. But as a 5-year-old, I thought it was disgusting. And the box seemed humongous. And I was like, you mean I got to eat 2 more boxes of this stuff just to get this blue dinosaur? And I like gave up on it. So if any of you late 70s, early 80s kids remember getting the blue dinosaurs from Cocoa Puffs, good for you.
Good
They
for
didn't
you.
stir all that cereal.
I will say, yeah, I never sent in any mail-aways. Closest I can think of, a little off topic, but it was Kool-Aid points.
You were reading my mind, Russ. I was about to say the same thing.
And I don't think we're ever going to do a full Kool-Aid episode. Maybe we will. I don't know, but we could discuss it now. But if you bought pretty much any Kool-Aid product, it had little points on the back of it, which you would cut out, and they would be like different denominations. And then there was like a catalog somewhere, and you can get all this cool stuff with like certain amount of points. Maybe it was like Kool-Aid shorts or Frisbee or like drink cup or something like that. So I remember sending in stuff for that. I had a little envelope with all my points in there.
That is so funny, dude, because I remember the same thing. And I will say, my memory could be incorrect on this, but I think where you got the little paper from, the little booklet, was I think they had them like on like a pad where you could like peel it off.
Oh, like at the store.
Like at the store. If I think that's the way it was.
Yeah.
But
I bet you. Yeah, that was it.
Some of that stuff on there was always like, it was like when you saw that one page in the comic book where like if you did, I can't think of an example. Maybe it was like you had to do so many things. You could get like these different, maybe it was just an order form or something, but it had like all these different like toys and stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean like beach towels. Yeah. It kind of reminded me of almost the Nintendo guide, where it had like the Nintendo clock and the sweatpants, and very similar to that. They're like Kool-Aid everything. All right,
dude. If you can think of it, it's got Kool-Aid on it.
And that was cool for a kid back then. You're like,
I'm
going to go to school in my new Kool-Aid sweatpants or whatever.
Yep. Wacky, wild, Kool-Aid style.
So good. So yeah. So a little side note there. If you guys drink Kool-Aid growing up, other than eating cereal, I'm sure you did.
That's all we lived on. That was water to us.
Yeah, that's it. That's about it. That's all I could think of as fun prizes that stood out. Perhaps you guys have some others, and you can let us know in the comments section if you guys are watching on YouTube. And if not, you can reach out to us via our social medias. You can tag me at Russ Lyman. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I think that's about all the socials there. Twitter. And Jay's on what? You're just on TikTok now?
I have narrowed my social media presence down to a dwindle. I'm on TikTok, but you can catch me here hanging out with Russ every Saturday morning at 7 a.m.
Absolutely, for new episodes. Be sure to check out theweeklywarpipe.com for more episodes, merch, and other cool stuff. And that pretty much wraps it up this week, guys. As always, I'm Russ Lyman, and keep your world fun bit by bit.
Have a great weekend, guys.